Well, hello, crowd. Good to see you. Get on in here. Welcome back to the portion. And if you're here for the first time, thank you for accepting my invite. So, I just want to be warm and real. Campfire, coffee, pack a bowl, smoke your menthols, get comfy, get a pillow for your ass. Do what you got to do, but get around and stick around. Gonna be candid with you, as I normally am, transparent and candid. So, if you're in a hurry, this ain't for you. And a lot of you hopefully will see this later in the day when you're done working. So we'll meet. I'll see you later. We'll meet again. Redditor Preacher here, also known as Laney. Let's hear. So got one. I don't know where we're going. I kind of do, but I kind of don't. And I love that about Jesus doing that in me. So move in faith we must. But prophetically, I want to be talking to you today, and there's a little bit of me here. It's not a little nice casserole. So get your asses in here. Don't don't put a watch on it because, we're going to be making truth here. Making truth is like making love. You just don't pencil it in for 7 to 15 minutes. We let it do what it does. Amen. So, we're going to let it do what it does. So get in here. I'm loose. I'm not wearing my hats. I'm not wearing, false robes. I'm just going to be me. And, let's see where we go. No matter where we go, they're all holy roads. So, yep, I'm smoking my cigarette. I told you I'm coming comfortable. You better get in here comfortable and casual. I'm not having it any other way. Okay. What am I going to talk about? What's on my damn heart? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you that. They're personally in my house. Right here. In my house, I'm hearing a call. A C-A-L-L and a C-U-L-L. And I've been hearing it for years. But I'm taking it really personal. Why? Because it's not just globally. I'm going to talk about America because I'm American, but I'm also going to see this disease and this sickness as global. We need somebody. Every country is needing somebody. I just read a congressman from Texas. His last name was O'Rourke. And Beto O'Rourke from last year. He was a congressman in Texas. And he was quoted as saying, look it up if you want, how he backed Biden. And I'm not choosing sides here. I just want to point something out. Stay with me for the context, not the judging. This Texas congressman a year or so ago backed Biden and said that he was the man that was going to heal us and bring us together. And now that we're living in the future, because the future is always now, and now is forever present. I can't say, with you, we are hella divided. This is like the great separated states of America, and we all damn know it. We've come up with new reasons to hate each other as if we already didn't have enough damn bridges to have to cross with religion and race. And different perspectives. That was hard enough for us to coexist. Now we made up a whole lot of new reasons to hate and blame and demonize each other. We're kind of a little bit living in hell. And the reason I say that is because the globe has been, it's like the great mist, the great fog of shit. What was that? Narcissism? Because the devil is not like this little red guy we paint him out to be in old paint by numbers. The devil is just plain ass narcissism. To the hilt, to the T. You look up narcissism, there's the devil's face. He's the originator. He's an OG narcissist, okay? All right, so when you realize where that comes from, there's an energetic. Okay, we're playing in energetics here. We're not playing with black and white, his side, her side. Energy. God is energy. Love is energy. The devil is energy. It's all energy. Your energy. And when we figure that out, right? Tesla and the 369, let's move on. We are in an energetic war right now, and this is for Revelations. For all of you for Revelations, they'll come sit at this table. For all of you that believe in conspiracy theories, hell, they'll come sit at this table. Funny how we're all agreeing right now that we're in a big old pile of shit and headed downhill. We can all agree on that. Holy my gosh, did the globe and America just come to agreement on one thing? The one thing that we have come in agreement on is that we are in a shit storm and we're rolling down the hill. And now we're screaming, who's going to save us? We need somebody. And we thought that somebody was going to be Trump. We thought that somebody was going to be a political figure. We thought that somebody was going to be Biden. I don't know. I can't quote them exactly, but I did see it run across my holy nose the other day. But there's a big problem in America's southern border with immigrants. And I just seen it yesterday as a news flash. But there was a Texas Ranger, Texas Sheriff, Border Agent Patrol, higher uppity guy. And he was quoted as saying, we need somebody to fight for our country. We need somebody. What do I hear as a prophet? We need somebody. I hear it, and if we were in a relationship, this is the female code. I need help. I need somebody to come save me because I made so many bad decisions. Okay, I hear a damsel in distress. And on my spiritual journey, God did not allow me to be a damsel in distress. He made me get the hell up right where the shit pile of mud I was sitting. And every single stronghold that I climbed out of my own shit tunnel was a place where I learned fruits of the Spirit. I learned endurance, patience. I learned to keep my eyes on my Father. I learned to let go of the ego. I learned to come up in spirit. I learned a lot of things. Forgiveness. I learned what truth really is. I learned what receiving is. I learned all that by climbing out of my own damn shit box. I call it a shit shack. And I did a sermon on it about 2 years ago, and that's on YouTube. What America's doing right now is we're in a relationship with a narcissist. Have you guys realized that? Hello? And America doesn't have what they're screaming for. They're screaming for somebody. What do you want? A Martin Luther King? You killed him. What do you want? A John Lennon? You killed him. What do you want? A Michael Jackson? You killed him. Tupac? You killed him. John F. Kennedy? You killed him. Malcolm X? You killed him. Lincoln? You killed him. So Lincoln, Lennon, and Luther disease says that if I'm going to spit truth out my Jesus, right, you killed him. So what is it for us that we want to speak truth out here? You know what we're going to get? We're going to get a bullet in the head for speaking the truth. And that atmosphere in alchemy is literally out in the world right now. And we're combating narcissism. If I could give America a little bit of a tarot read from a movie, I'd quote Oda Mae Brown from the movie Ghost, and I would say, America, you in danger, girl. And the reason we're in danger is because America needs a new Billy Graham. We need a long-haired hippie prophet preaching from the books of Matthew, Luke, and John, and Johnny Cash. We need a prophet. We need a Maya Angelou. We need who's going to fill their shoes, right? I'm stepping up, and that's the call that I heard that got excited. And I've been sitting here on my porch for a while before I came live with you guys. I've been sitting with my house. Lainey has been ruminating with that. Okay? So I've been ruminating with the fact that there's this great call for somebody. I didn't hear no prerequisites. I didn't hear any requirements. I didn't hear anybody asking to see my papers. They're just hollering for somebody. And the most famous person right now in the whole world is somebody. I need somebody to love. I need somebody to blame. I need somebody to help me. We need somebody to come save America. We need us to be healed. We need somebody to unite us. The hell are you waiting on? That's what I said to myself in the mirror. What the hell am I waiting on? What makes me any different than any other person that's ever wrote in history and saddled up the truth and wrote it? Nothing separates me from that. And right now, I know that the universe and America is accepting applications for somebody. Well, that's easy enough to be. I'm somebody, you're somebody. So I'm going to go ahead and apply myself to the somebody empty chair that's swinging out there in the universe. And America needs a guidance counselor. America needs a coach. America needs family therapy sessions. America needs marriage counseling. America needs a coach, a leader, a guide, or a preacher. And somebody that's not political, because we'll just tear them down and pick sides. We don't need the Pope. We don't need the deacon, because as soon as they show up, there's division already, because we screen, people pick the religious sides. Who are you going to send in there? Who are you going to send in there? And I was ruminating this with God, because I have a one-on-one talking, walkie-talkie relationship with him, and the call of my life is no accident. So I was talking to God, and he's putting the spark in my heart to go ahead and step out and be somebody. Be the somebody. I'm not even going to wear my name Lainey. It's just somebody. You want somebody to show up? I'll show up. And funny enough, lucky for me, I've been on a journey for 7 years with Jesus Christ, and a spiritual journey in my life. And in micro fashion, I've learned what it's like to be in a relationship with narcissists, to be love bombed, to be gaslighted, to be have your power taken, and to be invisibly lied to like snake language does. I can hear it. And also with that, in a spiritual sense, I've been walking with Jesus, and I've been able to hear that same snake language because the devil speaks it to us right here in our own damn minds. And it is a form of narcissism. That's why once you learn how the snake talks, then you can hear the snake talk. And being able to know what that is, call that out and say, that's bullshit, get the hell out of here. That's what we need. That's what we need. And nobody else is... I don't see anybody standing. I see even celebrities like Jason Aldean tweeting on Twitter. He's a country singer. He lives in California, and he's up in his rabbit cages about California mandating shots for all the school children. And when did we lose the rights to our own baby cubs? Anybody that comes between a mother and her baby cubs has hell to pay. And California just did it really easily. So without picking sides, people are fighting for what America is losing. We're losing the right to choose, and we're losing what makes us free. That's what we're losing. And we are actually losing the eyesight of that by picking sides of unvaccinated and vaccinated and red and blue and a donkey and an elephant, black and white, and all this other bullshit that we're doing. Meanwhile, while the bullshit's going on, the devil's over here taking over the fucking world, right? And we're just sitting here going, somebody help, somebody. Let me tell you something that I learned on my damn journey. When I was in the ditch about 7 years ago, smacked in the face, thrown under the bus by my narcissistic family and a narcissistic lover. You know what happened? I got my own ass up. Because you know what, darling? Ain't nobody coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. Jesus is coming back, but nowhere near you. I'm going to come save you from all the bullshit. No, we're going to go through that bullshit with Jesus in tow. We're going to go through that bullshit together, alone, right? So, and it's just my personal experience as a dirty little preacher. I've been some places and I've been in some trenches, and those trenches and those experiences told me that ain't nobody going to be your hero. And if you're on the 11-11 path, you've already learned that you have to be your own damn hero. So America, what did we learn today? Nobody is coming. Okay, somebody else in the world could pick up the word nobody and say that's their name. I'm going to pick up the word somebody. I'm somebody. I'm somebody. You need somebody? I'm showing up. I ain't got nothing else to do anyway, and I'm killing time. I'm dying slow and making it look good. I'm not, it's like, God didn't send me here to make friends. It's Heyoka style to chaos the world and piss the world off. So those shit turds float to the top, and then we come in with our pooper scoopers and heal that crap and say no more. How the hell are we supposed to have dirty water when there's all this nasty, gunky, chunky water? This is America. We're trying to live and thrive in somebody else's roto-rooter. This is bullshit and a whole bunch of crap that we don't need to deal with. And history is not poised to repeat itself. It does because we stay idiots. We never heal the actual problem. So, you can't just go give money to a crackhead on the street and expect them to turn their lives around. It's a huge problem, their addiction. They have to look at themselves. They need therapy. They need medical care to come off the drug. It's a whole process. You don't just give a crackhead $100 and think that you solved the problem. So we're not just going to show up on our platforms and think that we solved the problem because we're pointing it out. Half the work is pointing it out. The other half is leaving it or healing it. What are you going to do? Heal it or honor it? Heal it or honor it. One is standing and one is sitting. What are you going to do? Take this shit that our government is giving us, that the world is giving it? It's every single government in the world. It's not just America. So basically, if we could just surmise that all the governments in the world are a nasty, toxic, bad dick energy, haven't healed, unconscious, narcissistic man, okay, that's happening. And all the people in the world, let's just surmise that we are this divine feminine, okay? All the people, boy or girl, it don't matter. Come on, play with me. Okay, we the people, we're the feminine. You ain't without us, right? Back and forth. There's this control power play going on right now with the we the people and the masculine governments in every single continent in the world. Because we're getting at this great divorce. We just had this great resignation. Everybody's leaving the workforce due to the defining line of no, I won't take the job. It really isn't about the job. It's about, let's just call the narcissistic government of America right now Mike, okay? And Mike's the boyfriend to America. America. Isn't she beautiful with all her curves and beauty and amber waves of grain? America's sexy. Sexy, sexy America. Okay, we had a marriage and it was working out just fine. And we were the people, we're the children of this marriage. Lady Liberty got with Uncle Sam and had a bunch of damn babies, and we're still here screaming, the free world, we're free. All right? Because that's worth fighting for. We're fighting against each other now for power within ourselves. That's stupid. While our power is being taken from us. Hello, wake the hell up. So for a bunch of awakened people and a bunch of woke people, we sure aren't awake yet. So I know I'm driving around dirt roads. Y'all follow me? Because I'm crazy preacher. So what I'm trying to say is, I'm going to volunteer for somebody's job, somebody here. Well, I'm just going to step out and give that a damn shot. And if you like that, to link arms up with me, get behind me because you're somebody too. And we're going to come marching because we're an army of somebodies. Somebody's going to come save us. It's going to be us. It's going to be you. You can't keep sitting on your couch and expecting somebody to show up. I'll be somebody, let the PE class pick me. I'm going. Why? Because I give a shit? Because God watered bread and born bread for this? I got little Moses in me, little Mary Magdalene, little prophetic Jesus. I'm going. Besides, got a little John Wayne dirt, and I ain't afraid. Wear your white t-shirts and show up. And how do we take our country back? By speaking the damn truth and uniting underneath that flag. I can't do that. I can't do that. You can't do that. So we just sit around and go, there's nothing we can do besides say, so we can collectively get together and do that. And that's the damn trick, because what beats tyranny? Look back in your history books. Nothing beats tyranny, because we haven't done it yet. Unity beats tyranny. And right now we're all facing that. So let's just pretend that our government is a narcissistic, gaslighting, power-thriving, power-stealing, power-dynamic, turn the language against you kind of abusive boyfriend called Mike. All right? And all of the states and the we the people and the residents, me and you, we're the girlfriend. We're the girlfriend called America. Do you know what's happening ever since Mike got in our lives? Okay, if you're a mother, you actually train your daughters to stay away from people like Mike. Because Mike's going to come in and he's going to separate you from your friends. He's going to separate from your social life. He's going to keep you from going to church and going to work. He's going to mess up your shit and mess up your livelihood. Has Mike not already done that? Yep. He'll turn families against each other. How many of you have left a narcissistic family group where the mother or the father or somebody in your family pitted you and the siblings against one another? Boom. There you go. Now, who pits family members against family members? Narcissists do, for power and control. They thrive on that. So what is Mike, the narcissistic government, doing to America? This same damn thing. Did he not just pit American siblings against American siblings? Brothers and sisters now. We're fighting, and you're bad because I'm unvaccinated and you're vaccinated. Our own leader of this country taught us to demonize the sect of people in America who want to choose and fight for that choice of what happens to their body. Yes, we're talking about the vaccine here, but regardless, we could be talking about keeping dogs. We could be talking about having three children, or like Japan. We could be talking about your right to drive. We could be talking about anything. But for America, this is what it manifests, and this is the form of it. So we're talking about this. And these rights and liberties that have painted the beaches red are being stolen from us while we sit here and argue about who took the jab and whose fault it is. Why is it human nature to blame somebody else for you getting the flu? Oh, Aunt Susan gave me the flu. Or Dad gave me the flu. Like they meant to. Like they drove up and just presented you with the flu. And you can blame them now. There's no blaming because somebody else let a flu on steroids loose on the damn earth. And now it's got us fighting between each other. It's really sad to see the narcissistic Mike here divide our own family divide us from within. And that's how you conquer America, baby. And that's happening, and we all know it's happening. It's like we're fighting the river. We don't want this to happen. There are relationships all the time that Jesus breaks down, and then he rebuilds. So hold tight to grace as we go through some destruction or some demolitions. Because, when you're remodeling a house, which I've done, there's times where I had to go into a house and only, tear up the floor of the bathroom and the living room, but not the rest of the house. Or knock down a wall, redo the plumbing. And to do that, you mess around with so much. If someone walked in halfway through that job, that house would be crying, saying, help, I don't understand. I look worse than what I did. You know what I mean? It's stage 2 when you're cleaning out your attic. Somebody walks in, oh my God, your whole house exploded, You're in the middle of fixing it. You're in the middle of organizing it. You're in the middle of putting it back together a better way. So, rather we're prophets, preachers, shamans, doers, seeker, light holders, this is a holy demolition. And we're just going to have to help everybody else who doesn't know what this is, hold tight and go through grace and be led through this threshold of change that we are going through. And change is uncomfortable. So I wanted to point out that there is a narcissistic type of masculine energy, which is the government, if you want to plug and play. And they are taking our power from us right where we stand. Gaslighting. The government's gaslighting us and saying it's the plague of the unvaccinated. Are you kidding? So because he didn't wear a condom, it's the plague of STDs and it's that guy's fault? Come on, this is ridiculous, right? So I don't like what's happening. What's happening is there was a seed planted by our own government, by our own media, to go out and hate our brothers, to judge them. And the seed's planted and we can't dig that up. So we have this demonization ball that's now rolling, where other Americans really don't have any compassion for the other American who didn't get vaccinated. So we're climbing into a very dangerous area where one side's not going to have compassion for the other, and we're not even going to look like a united family no more. And if that's not already happening. So It's a toxic way that we're going. You can see the separation. The sea's been parting. It's all water parting. We're following, this fissures and cracks. I also talked about prophetically about 9, 10, and 12 months ago. That's on YouTube, where Jesus called out the fissures and cracks that we would experience and the separation we're experiencing. And the separation is really, if you want to get down to the nuts and bolts, it's empathy versus narcissism. That's the separation. And it shows up in people. Empaths are going to separate from narcissism. From narcissist people. It's happening in relationships. People are doing it in their work relationships, their love relationships. They're leaving narcissistic people behind where they stand. And so we're also going to be facing that micro, but we're going to be facing that macro out in the world. We have a humongous, global, universal, narcissistic energy that's moving about the globe. That is why you have places like Australia. And that's for one. Go check that out if you need to do your homework. People are losing their rights, and it should be scary. Like buildings are falling down all around us. Can't we feel that? We shouldn't be so audacious as Americans to think that our freedom is just, something that we forget to fight for. There comes times when we have to fight for, and it's really not about guns this time. It's about a gun with a rose stuck in the end of it. This is about bring your poems and bring your heart, bring your truth. And by us sticking together in truth, we combat this energy. So America just needs, we need a lot of shit right now, I'll tell you that, but we need a leader. And who's going to do that? Who's going to do that? Like I said, they're accepting applications, so I'm going to go ahead and step up. America needs a counselor. America needs a counselor. We need to be able to see this and to see it for what it is so we don't play into its hands and end up being a pawn and a fool and a narcissistic damn cycle that all of us are too damn old to go back through again. Amen? So, that's that. And I just wanted to also point out that there is this great call for somebody to show up. Well, I don't know who that guy or gal is, but they're like the most wanted person in America besides Brian Landry is somebody. So it dawned on me like a little too, boom, it just dawned on me. I'm going to go be that damn somebody because they didn't ask for requirements. They didn't ask me to change my shirt. We just need somebody. So link up and there's a revolution that's kick-starting, a slow clap in America. Who's going to start that? What's it going to take to start that? Do we need to lose more rights before we jump out of our couches and armchairs and go, okay, that's it, you really got me? That's what relationships do. It's not that people treat you that bad. It's waiting for you to say, Uncle, when are you going to have enough self-worth, dignity, and integrity? When are you going to have enough? It's really not about them. Their holy job is to push you all the way to the fence line, define your I've had enough line. And look at America. We have a very soft I've had enough line. We let this go all the way to the Constitution, all the way to the fence line, all the way to taking rights away from fellow Americans. That's how far we let it go. We let it go to the point of dividing us. And even though we knew it, and we're all sitting around going, oh, look at us get divided. Nobody did a damn thing about it. We just let it divide us. We see what's coming. We're pointing it out. We're 5D learned, scholared, PhD through love, 11 sign watching people. We saw this. We saw this coming. We smelled it coming. There's scholars of the Bible that remarked about this coming. There's conspiracy theorists that remarked about this coming. We're not dumbasses, but we're sitting here acting like it because one thing of action is to call it out. The second thing is to get off the couch. Do something. Do action. So that's what I intend to do. So stay damn close to the porch because I plan on being somebody and somebody just needs to say it. And I thought, well, that'll be me. I don't mind that. That's a nice little tagline for my somebody porch. Somebody needs to say it. Well, I'm somebody, so I said it. And if you need somebody to say it, then I'll damn say it. If you need somebody to show up and do some shit, then I'm going to show up and do some shit. And I tell you what, like I said, you can't really send in a celebrity. You can't send in a political figure. You can't send in the Pope. Who are you going to, because this is a delicate thing and it's of alchemy. Who are you going to send in? And I thought, a Hayoko in a white t-shirt named Red Dirt Preacher. Send my ass in because I'm a layman. And I got all that on my house. And man, what an exciting time to be alive. To lead us from a spiritual bondage that we've been in that equates itself to a governmental bondage. And we have just been shaped by the shackles we're in. And there's 1,000 and 1,000,000 times people who are awake in Christ consciousness, who see the bullshit at our feet and say no more. And are aware of what's happening in our lives is very connected to what's happening in our spiritual lives. Nothing is disconnected from that. It's all connected. So, I'm not here to save the day, but I tell you what, I'm here to do my best in giving America what they need, which is a damn spiritual counselor. We need a coach, we need a guide, we need a reverend, we need a Maya Angelou, we need a John F. Kennedy, we need a Martin Luther King, we need all those things. It's a new generation now. You waiting on permission to stand up and be somebody? I know for one, I sure the hell ain't. I just gave myself permission to get up and remember who I am in God and who I am in the kingdom. And so let that Lion of Judah roar. Roar. You know what I'm saying? Get up and fight. And we fight with truth. So, just wanted to get that out. You feel the passion? I'm shaking there anyway. Sometimes your call on your life is bigger than you. Don't wait on yourself to feel valuable enough to pick up yours, to pick it up. Pick it up. Ride. Get on your saddle. Quit debating or not. If you're good enough to ride, just we all have a job. Are you breathing? God put you here. And that's for a reason. Figure it out and get going. And besides, I also wanted to say that this is the great alchemy right now of change. We're in the precipice. We're in the threshold of it. And I think America does need to be lightly led through it. And we are sick of a lot of shit. Nobody's really hearing us. And Facebook and this and Twitter that and da-da-da. I'm literally going to start taking this shit out to the streets. So really follow Redrick Preacher, because I'm going to start right here in Georgia and I'm going to get all across the East Coast. And you guys are going to join me, because we're going to become a river and an army of somebodies. And the shit stops here. And we call America back under love. Okay, because we can at least try that. We're going through a tough winter, and we got more times to go through. And as you can see, it's a great resignation. A lot of people are losing their jobs, quitting their jobs, choosing to stop. It's not really a choice when it's a forced choice, right? So we're losing a lot of our great nurses. A quarter of that force is leaving. We've lost our police department. A quarter of that force left. Fire department, teachers, a quarter of all these wonderful places of employment that you and I lean on have now lost a quarter. So we're sloughing off. We are truly being divided. Okay? So I can't help but sniff out some kind of a internal civil war that instead of north-south, it's more of an east-west thing where America's really going to split this time in an internal civil war, and as if it's already happening, And so, goats over there and sheep's over there. You have it left and right. Choose your path. Anyway, I'm going to set up a little holy haberdashery right here at the fork of that river and call it somebody. I'm somebody. And I'm here now. Anyway, so stay kind, stay out of your mind, and thanks for joining me.